Hey everybody, it's your friend and your guy and your favorite YouTuber whose videos start at around the 1 minute mark, Gardiner, the Linux Gamer. This video is brought to you by my 130 amazing patrons over on Patreon, including the support of WebFreak, one of my top tier Singularity members. WebFreak, my dude, your support is truly appreciated. If you're watching this video and you think to yourself, you know what, I like the cut of this guy's jib, you can hit that like button down below. It really helps the show out. You can also leave a comment or hit that subscribe button. All of that is really good for the channel. But if you want to, you can actually head over to lbry.tv/@thelinuxgamer, where we have an open source and distributed alternative to YouTube. And I think it's really cool. So I've been playing a lot of Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a game that I didn't think was going to work on Proton when they announced it was coming to Steam. So full disclosure, I actually am a huge fan of Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and Halo 3. None of those are part of this collection yet. Like the only game that's available right now, I believe, is Halo Reach, which I never really played when it came out. But I'm super stoked because I'm going to be able to play all of these Halo games on Linux. That's pretty exciting to me. I am a huge fan of Halo, and so the idea that I'm going to be able to play these on my favorite operating system is pretty cool. And the fact that Microsoft has not taken measures to completely prevent that from happening, that deserves some mad props to them, in my opinion. Right now, you can actually play Halo the Master Chief Collection with just a few minor steps that really aren't that inconvenient. And the developers let you disable easy anti-cheat, so you can play the single-player campaigns without anti-cheat. So it works with Proton. I mean, I don't know of another AAA game that is doing that right now. So if you're not familiar, Proton is a compatibility tool that allows you to use and play Windows games, Windows-only games on Linux. It's basically built on Wine. If you're not familiar with Wine, Proton has been created by Valve specifically for gaming. They've taken Wine and added some customization to it to make it work well with games, and it's integrated directly into the Steam for Linux client. Now, admittedly, it's not perfect, and there are some games that just don't work with it, especially games that use easy anti-cheat. And I mean, I guess that means that it's mostly multiplayer games that don't work, right? But thankfully, I don't give a hoot and nickel about multiplayer games. The games that I care about, the experiences that I care about, are single player games. And for the most part, every game that I've tried, or most of the games that I've tried with Proton, actually just work out of the box. So I haven't had much experience with using custom versions of Proton, but the option is there. Valve are really supportive of the Linux community, more so than most other publishers or storefronts. I think they are the number one supporter of Linux gaming right now. And so the idea that Valve have given us, the community, the ability to create custom builds of Proton to fix problems with games that they don't support yet, that's truly awesome, and I think they deserve a ton of thanks for that. What's really interesting to me is that Proton games, generally, if they work well, if they have a good Proton DB ranking, then they will often run better on Linux than they do on Windows, which doesn't surprise me, but it does surprise a lot of people when they hear that. The fact is, just Linux has less overhead than Windows, and so when you want to run an app, there's just less for your computer to do, because it doesn't have to sit in the background and do all these like OS computations in order to get the game running, or in parallel even with the game. Linux is just a superior architecture. And so games like Doom 2016 that run just about flawlessly and that use Vulkan, which is a lower level API than DirectX, it lets the game take full advantage of the hardware, where Windows sits as a middleman and kind of gets in the way. So I recently just got my new living room PC set up. I had help from my friend Wendell from Level 1 Techs on there. He was actually helping me do a custom water loop. I have almost no experience with water cooling, so Wendell was able to give me a hand and give me some pointers, and it was actually really cool. He's a really cool dude. So So I've been playing a couple games on my sofa using a Steam controller, which is like my favorite controller ever. I own 2 of them. I wanted to get the 3rd one, but they had sold out by the time that I went and bought it, or tried to buy it, I guess. But I've been playing a bunch of games, and most of them just work without any fuss whatsoever. The most recent game that I'm playing in my living room, this is going to sound weird, but Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. It works great, and with my custom Steam controller layout, oh my god, it is amazing, dude. I love playing this game. It's almost a completely different experience playing it with a Steam controller, and it's really fun. Oh, it's so much fun, you guys. Suffice it to say, I haven't had the need to really fuss around too much with custom builds of Proton. Most of the games, like I said, that I play just work. But Master Chief Collection, if you look on Proton DB, everybody was saying that there's a problem with the logging in at the very beginning of the game, and so you have to actually use a custom build of Proton that fixes it. And I haven't really done much in the way of custom Proton builds, and so I figured, how hard could it be, right? It's actually surprisingly easy. It's easier than it was the last time I tried to install a custom build of Proton. And yeah, it's really impressive how much work that Valve have done to make this easy. So I just wanted to go over this really quick and let you guys know how easy it is to play Halo the Master Chief Collection on Linux, because it's really easy. And also, this guide, it will work for just about anybody who wants to use a custom build of Proton. Just follow along, and you know, in the couple places where it's specific for Master Chief Collection, just change it out to the game of your choice. So number 1, you're going to start by clicking on the Steam menu and choose Settings. Now choose the Steam Play tab on the left side of the window, and make sure that the Steam Play for all other titles box is checked. Now Steam will want to restart itself, so let it do so. So at this point, most of the games you want to play will just work, but in case you're wanting to learn how to do the Master Chief Collection on Linux, continue onward. So you'll want to find the custom version of Proton that you want to use. A great resource for this is protondb.com. Check the compatibility listing here for the game that you want to play. If the game has a custom build of Proton available, it will probably be listed somewhere on this page in somebody's comments. This is the listing for Halo the Master Chief Collection. If you're watching this video in a couple weeks or even a couple days, there might be a better, more up-to-date link or build that will fix it. If you're watching this in a couple of months, then it's probably already been fixed in the mainline version of Proton. So you'll want to go ahead and download this right now, and then while it's downloading, we should get prepared for the next step. So navigate to your home directory, and then .steam, and then the root directory of .steam. It's called root, it's not the root directory. And from there, you want to create a new directory called compatibilitytools.d if you don't have it already. Once your download is finished, extract the archive into the directory that you just created. And you want to make sure that because you can have multiple game-specific versions of Proton, you want to make sure that you have all of these files in a single directory. So this version that I downloaded here is archived in a directory, so just copy that directory over to compatibilitytools.d. Now start or restart Steam and find the game that you want to run, right click on it and choose properties. In our case, we're choosing Halo the Master Chief Collection. At the bottom of the screen here on the general tab, make sure that you have the force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool checked. A selection box will appear, and make sure that you choose the version of Proton that we just copied to compatibilitytools.d directory. If the compatibility report says that you should disable eSync, you can do that here as well. Just click on Set Launch Options, and then in the field that's provided, add proton _no _esync equals 1, and then %command%. And then hit OK. And a lot of people on ProtonDB have recommended doing that step for Halo the Master Chief Collection. All right, and now that you've done all that, you should be able to just launch the game and it will work. The biggest hangup for Master Chief Collection was the login process. Logging into a Microsoft account is required, I guess. It's pretty lame. Now you can actually do that, where before, if you weren't using this version of Proton, you wouldn't be able to. So just go ahead and get logged in and you can start playing. And let me tell you, I have had a ton of fun with this. I've tried setting it up with a Steam controller, and unfortunately it's not optimized for a Steam controller, so you have to use the joystick-like mouse or a mouse-like joystick setting, which is less optimal. But I have been playing it on my PC here, and it's pretty cool as well. So yeah, I am really happy to be playing Halo on a PC on Linux. That's pretty exciting, and I can't wait for Halo 3 or Halo Combat Evolved to make it to the Master Chief Collection. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. I want to know what you guys think. Did you like this video? Do you like when I do tutorial type things? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. So I was actually able to do this whole process over SSH. I'm showing it here in a graphical environment, but I was able to do this over SSH into my Steam machine that I built because I'm using the SteamOS compositor, and it doesn't play super nice with other desktop environments. So I had to make sure that I could do this through SSH. And you know, follow all the steps. Just turn them into commands if you know how to use the command line. It's pretty simple. But yeah, I had fun doing this. I really like Halo the Master Chief Collection. I really like Proton. I think Proton's great. Yeah. So anyway, leave a comment below and tell me what you think, because dude, my dudes, it's awesome. If you believe in the work that I do, you can support this show with a monthly contribution over on Patreon. You can also pick up a t-shirt. There's a link in the description. But no matter what you do, whether you hit that like button or share this video with your friends, don't forget to subscribe to see more from me, the Linux Gamer. And as always, thanks for watching.